Hi, everybody. So 2020 vision in 10 minutes. Okay. I'll see what I can do about that. My name is Tom Alexander, and I am the Global Vice President of Marketing at Zephyr. Now, I'm showing this not to alarm anybody, but really to establish the theme for our presentation today. And that is that change doesn't happen overnight. Really, the best change is having a vision and then having very specific steps and action plans to get there. And that's what I want to share with you today about what we're doing at Zephyr. A quick overview of Zephyr. We're the world's leading software test management solution for teams of all sizes, and we remain the first and foremost test management tool used by Jira Agile teams around the world. If I could get a quick show of hands, how many of you would say you're following a traditional waterfall methodology? Is anyone still following more traditional waterfall? Yeah, I figured I wouldn't get a lot of responses on that one since the conference we're at here. But you know, the demands of accelerating delivery pipelines really put a strain on this. And it's challenging not to have that iterative process, not to have frequent feedback with customers and your development team. So that's why we're all here, right? That's why we're all here today, to move towards continuous software delivery. Now, how many people are moving this way? Hopefully more hands. Okay, so that is really the solution that we're all striving towards, and really why we're all here at Jenkins World. And of course, the cornerstone in continuous software delivery is to deliver more smaller, frequent increments and to streamline the flow of communication between the process, between all the departments. That's the nature of continuous software delivery. So let's talk about our 2020 vision. And yes, we want to help clients move towards continuous software delivery, but our vision is to move towards continuous testing agility. Because we believe that because around 30% of your resources are going towards testing, that the testing has to be an important part of the equation if you're ever going to get there. And so as a test management company, that's what we focus on at Zephyr. So we define our goals. We have a vision of continuous testing agility, and our goals are really around four key components: Agile, automation, DevOps, and analytics. And those are really the four pillars around which we build our enterprise product and build our roadmap. We also have a client advisory board that we work closely with, about 20 individuals around the world who help us in our product strategy. So let's start with Agile. We all know what Agile is, but the question is, why isn't there larger adoption of Agile? According to the State of Agile report, 98% of organizations report overall satisfaction with Agile. This was just last year, but only 8% of all teams are really fully using Agile. And 46% of teams report that they're still using Microsoft Excel. So let's take a closer look at this. If you look at the top three indicators here of what's driving behavior, this is indicating adoption of Agile. So the first one, the top being culture, philosophy, the second one being lack of experience with Agile methodology, and the third one, lack of management support. So if you're an executive, you really have direct bearing on this. So if you are trying to move your teams towards Agile, it really falls on you to take those action steps now to get your teams prepared. Now, we try to support management making organizational shift to Agile easier, and we decided a while ago to align ourselves with the Atlassian ecosystem. Our goal is to create a holistic Agile software development ecosystem with folks that are using Atlassian, and our clients really appreciate that we do that because they've made going to Atlassian standard part of operating procedure. Let's take a quick look at automation. I think we would all agree you can't achieve continuous software delivery without increasing the amount of automation you're doing. 50% of the development process is tied in with testing. But why then are only 26% of organizations have truly adopted test automation? Now, we find with our clients that a lot of teams are very interested in speeding up testing with automation tools. But it's really the executive teams that are concerned. They don't want to accelerate delivery at the cost of decreased quality, increased risk, and worse, compliance issues. That's what we hear from our clients. And arguably, we would say that automated testing remains the most crucial step in your ability to move towards DevOps. And so part of our pathway and our point of view is that flexibility is really what's key. And our clients really appreciate this. Not to limit the automation tools that you're using. Utilize, as you're evolving, your needs are changing, use different tools. And so what we do at Zephyr to address this is we have a tool called Vortex that provides one-click integration with all the leading automation testing frameworks. And the crux of DevOps is, of course, the shift left movement to really create one unified team. And this really means that things like automated and continuous testing, including performance testing, disaster recovery testing practices, are being done, of course, earlier in the cycle. And so what do our clients tell us about making that shift over to DevOps? First, we already covered. Automation is essential. Moving more towards automation. Also, that change in the mindset, and again, going back to the executive teams, this is where you can have big bearing on this. Put the steps in place to encourage cooperation and collaboration, because it is one of the key things that at least our clients are saying are keys in moving that direction. And then the skill set changes. They're telling us they're looking for needing more full stack developers who can see the entire pipeline, the whole vision, rather than more specialized talent. And then finally, visibility is really essential, especially when you get to those executive levels. And that's what we, in our roadmap, have really tried to address with our DevOps Dashboard that integrates with Jira, code repository, build systems to give everyone on the team visibility. We know our clients are never going to be using 100% automated testing. So how do we pull together relevant data and reporting on all manual integration and automation testing so the entire team can see the process? And this is really the idea behind our DevOps Dashboard, to give full visibility to every part of the end-to-end process. We also have a view that allows you to see multi-project views at once, to really set those KPIs up and measure them against every single project that's going on in the organization. So we're really proud of this dashboard that we've launched. And then finally, analytics, the last component. Like I said, we have a client advisory board, about 20 individuals around the world, and this is a quote from one of them. And we're really proud about the fact that we work with them on developing a roadmap, but also from a strategic standpoint. They look to us to help guide them to the future. And analytics and artificial intelligence is an area that they're quickly wanting to move into. And so we've developed what we call our advanced analytics that allows our clients that have accumulated this plethora of data from defects, test cases, executions, even Internet of Things, and provide a synthesis and analysis of that data through machine learning to form predictive scenarios around things like mitigating risks to schedules, increasing automation test coverage, and even which tests may be eliminated altogether. So those are the 4 components that we focus on. Again, only have 10 minutes, but wanted to frame out the way we think about the vision moving forward around continuous testing, agility, and literally building our roadmap sequence by sequence to that end, and really being guided by our clients along the way. So I throw it back to you. What is your 2020 vision? It's going to be here before you know it. And what are those steps you're taking to achieve your goal? Like I said, in our case, it's continuous testing agility. Thank you.